I had a thought walking into the radio station, and it goes like this. Those who don't fight evil, fight good. It's really a variation in the thought that I've had all of my life, but what was my old way of putting it? I had a way of putting a similar sentiment. But when I think about it, it is really fascinating about not fighting evil. If you don't think of Hamas as the quintessence of evil, monsters, they're monsters. If human beings can be monsters, Hamas is monsters. It is a regime of sadism and cruelty, of the truly psychopathologic. And if you don't fight them, what you end up doing is fighting the good. You're fighting America, you fight Israel. It's a perverse part of the human nature, and I can't quite figure it out. Except that it's a lot easier to fight the good than to fight the bad. That's a big part of it. You're not going to get hurt if you fight, as it were. I don't even mean in violence. Just fight verbally. If you fight America, if you fight Christians, who's going to hurt you? But if you fight Muslim regimes or Muslims, and I'm not speaking about all Muslims, I always have to make that clear for the people who don't wish to listen to what turns out to be morally true. But nobody would do to Islam what is done. For example, the crucifix in urine, the famous Piss Christ, or so-called artwork, an act of which toured the country and was part of exhibitions that got National Institute of Art, or whatever it's called, the NEA, National. What's the government arts grant? NEA, National Endowment for the Arts. Yeah, National Endowment for the Arts. A crucifix in urine. Well, what about the LGBTQIA plus mockery of nuns at Dodger Stadium, which the Los Angeles Dodgers honored these people, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. You can mock publicly. You can be a baseball team. I loathe the Los Angeles Dodgers, by the way, and I live in Los Angeles. I have come to loathe the cowards who run that organization. I hope they lose with their gigantic budget. I truly do. I root against them. I root against the Lakers. It is very sad, but I don't choose based on geography. I do if everything's morally neutral, then I'm a local LA fan. That's fine. But otherwise, when teams go out of their way to mock my society, why on God's earth would I root for them? I rooted for the Texas Rangers. They were the only ones who didn't cow to the LGBT QIA plus agenda. So they won the World Series. Isn't that something? The one Major League Baseball team that didn't have an LGBTQIA plus evening. Yes, you can mock Christians. Nothing will happen to you. You mock Muslims, you may die, as many have. Just making a drawing of Muhammad is a death sentence. Salman Rushdie wrote a novel that Khomeini, the first monster to run Iran, when it became an Islamic republic, and now has been stabbed. His whole life has been spent under this fatwa. So it takes courage to fight evil. It takes no courage to fight the good. So that's what the left is. The left will fight good. What's going to happen? Is Israeli going to hurt you? A Jew? Yeah, it's well known. Jewish violence in America. I got a lot of issues with my fellow Jews, but violence is not one of them. You could truly defund a lot of police departments if the only people in a district were Jewish. They don't tend to mug, rape, steal, loot.